who you're socializing.
Hi, welcome back to Night After Night. Lily Tomlin couldn't make tonight. I'm here with Kate, and is there a Mr. Kate in your life?
My husband, Freddie?
Yes, sorry.
Yes, and I've told too much, I'm sorry to say. I've asked you, please, not to pry too much into my personal life.
Well, I mean, we've got to know a little something about you. You don't get out much, do you?
I get out a great deal. I'm just careful where I go.
Where do you go that when you go there, it's just like, oh, this is Kate, this is real, this is me, this is now?
I'll tell you what it is. It's not where you go so much, it's with whom you go. I very rarely go anywhere with anyone who works. If someone works, they're not of the class that I am. And that simplifies things quite readily.
So I can assume Freddie takes care of you.
In what way do you mean?
Well, I mean, someone's got to work here unless did you inherit a lot of money?
No. No one in my family works.
I see. You just exist.
I have so many things to do, I couldn't possibly do them if I had to work.
What do you have to do? What do you have to do, lady?
I have many places to go, many places to shop, many places to travel.
Okay. Let's talk about traveling. Let's talk about maybe going to L.A. to see the premiere of Signs of Intelligent Life in the Universe. Did you go out there?
I don't intend to go.
Okay.
I'm going to have a private showing in my own home. I wouldn't possibly consider going to a public theater.
Will you let the help stand around for that, or is that just...
No, I will let them come and see it at their own private showing.
Okay.
On a holiday, one of the holidays that are coming up.
What holidays do you celebrate? Are you religious at all?
I celebrate all the traditional holidays. I decorate my home so beautifully at Christmas, I wish you could see it. I really do.
Do you believe in Christ?
Oh, of course.
Okay, let's take a look at a clip from the film. Do you want to set this up?
What clip is it?
What clip is it, everybody? This is the character Trudy.
Oh, the bag lady.
Yeah, the Lily Tomlin.
Charming.
I'm sorry, this might be a sort of...
This is the central character in the film. Now, I do say I admire the writing. I have to admit that I do admire the writing.
Jane Wagner?
Jane Wagner. It's quite advanced. The material is advanced. It's textural. It's deep. It's philosophical.
How do they meet? How do Lily and Jane hook up and
I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. Do they know one another?
I would assume, since Jane has been writing for her for years.
Oh, has she?
Yeah.
Well, how recently? Because some of the stuff Miss Tomlin has done in the past I don't think reflects the same sensibility that we find in The Search.
I would guess it's...
For instance, that telephone operator.
Yes.
This has never been one of my favorites.
Why is that?
Oh, it's vulgar. It's absolutely vulgar.
Because she works?
She works, that's one criterion. The other is that she's always groping about herself. She snorts. I mean, it's a low-class form of humor. A lot of puns. A lot of puns. I don't really care for puns.
Well, I mean, when I remember first seeing Laughing, I was kind of turned on by Ernestine.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, with the earrings and the hair, and she was kind of sexy.
And the ankle straps?
I didn't notice that. I wasn't an ankle guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, to each his own.
Kate, what turns you on? What drives you wild?
Mr. Havey, do you think I would even possibly consider sharing that with you?
I was hoping maybe it might. Just a shot, lady. Why don't we look at it?
Amuse yourself.
Okay, I will. I am. I'm trying.
This clip is about Trudy the bag lady. She's gone into the Howard Johnson's diner, and she's having a conversation with Howard, the counterman.
Okay, let's watch, along with Kate.
I need extra tartar sauce with that side of clams. And make it snappy, Howard. Everything looks so nice. Excuse me while I fluff up. My space chums are due any minute. Look at this side. Fresh as can be. We got a top-level meeting with Richard Leakey, Tim Leary. Settle some questions that we got about evolution. Seems like, you ask me, if evolution was worth its salt, it should have evolved something better than survival of the fittest. Yeah, I think a better idea would be survival of the wittiest. At least that way creatures that didn't survive could have died laughing.
That was a scene from the new film featuring Lily Tomlin, The Search for Signs of Intelligent Life in the Universe, based on her hit play. Was it difficult for her to do the film as opposed to the play? I mean, the play was a continuous 2-hour with an intermission. Were there plans maybe to film the play as was, or?
No, no, I think they've always intended to do something a little more artistic, a little more advanced than just filming it on the stage. If you've ever read the book, you've probably noticed that it's somewhat a different variation on the play. I mean, it includes certain graphics and visuals that wouldn't ordinarily be included in a play that's been adapted to the page. And so I understand that she and Miss Wagner, of course, is the writer, and I don't even think Miss Tomlin is capable of really putting pen to paper.
They don't get together and write together? They don't riff together?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely, they do not write
Do they get
together.
along? Do they like each other?
I assume. I have no idea. I would assume that they do. I mean, there seems to be some rapport between the material and the performance, so surely there's some rapport between them personally. I really have very little knowledge of them. I do admire, as I said, I admire Miss Wagner as a writer. I'm not particularly fond of Lily as a performer. I'm not really against her. I can just sort of take her or leave her.
Is there a performer you like? Is there an actress or an actor?
I like Pavarotti.
Pavarotti? Luciano Pavarotti?
Yes.
Have you entertained him in your home?
Oh, yes, many times. I've stayed at his apartment in New York when I go. I was having mine remodeled, and he was kind enough to give me the keys to his place at the Hampshire House.
Really?
Yes.
Did you go through his personal things?
Never. I can flirt just as you can.
Well, it's nice to meet my match finally. Now, after the film, do you know what Lily is planning to do? I'm sorry, Miss Tomlin is planning to do? Does she want to take a break for a while? Is this kind of a big achievement for her? Or
I think it's an incredible achievement for her, you know, considering her past achievements. I know that she has on board planned to animate Edith Ann, the little girl
the character
from in the big rocking chair.
I suppose you didn't like her either.
I don't like her because her little mouth is dirty and she blows her raspberry.
Now, do you remember Lily Tomlin from the Gary Moore show back in the old days?
Oh, I don't remember her. No, I told you I don't watch television.
I'm sorry.
But I've heard. I know what you're referring to. You mean when she did a barefoot tap dance?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
And she also, yeah. Well, she was considered, I know, one of the girls, or the girl on the show.
Yes.
I've read, and I just want to know, was there a part in her career where she got away from that? Because comedy...
and what, was she considered one of the boys, or what?
Well, no, it's kind of a male-oriented place, and usually, you know, men can be condescending around comedians.
Can be kind of what?
Men can be threatened by comedians, by funny women. And,
oh, they can?
Well, they are. Let's just put it that way. I think a lot of men are.
I see.
I've been a complaint from comedians, from women who are comedians.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the term comedians. And I want to know if Lily ever expressed kind of a chauvinistic attitude from her early days in television.
I don't know. I mean, has she no idea about the natural order of things, or what? I don't know what I can't quite follow your line of thinking.
How was it for her to come into the clubs and do stand-up?
I think she was probably quite well accepted.
She was accepted, okay.
That's my idea of it. I wouldn't have any idea. I should think in some ways. I mean, I'm no fool about the culture. I know that women have a much more difficult row to hoe, as they say. But I can't speak for Miss Tomlin. I can only think that most likely, I know myself, if I'm at a party or at some gathering, you know, it's not the easiest thing to do to be terribly witty or funny, because I think probably laughter renders someone vulnerable, someone more vulnerable, quite simply, and so the purveyor of the laughter is probably perhaps considered too powerful.
Is this why it's so difficult for yourself to laugh, Kate?
Oh no, I can laugh quite readily.
Really?
When something's funny.
So you haven't laughed at Lily Tomlin?
Not very often, no.
Have you ever laughed at yourself?
Yes, I have laughed at myself. I'm capable of that. Thank you, Alan.
Okay. Now, well, I just don't want to get you off on something, because I just read where Lily Tomlin, a lot of TV executives were intimidated by her, threatened by her, or scared of what she might do on television.
Well, because she uses foul language.
What kind?
I don't want to see it on television either myself. Oh, she uses all kinds of gutter references.
Really?
You name it, I'm sure she's used it.
You don't really like her that much. I mean, What made you back this film?
I don't like or dislike any one of her class.
Okay, but what made you back the film? Is this purely a financial investment?
I backed the film because I have certain advisors and certain friends who are guiding me spiritually and who have led me to believe that there's a possibility that I could learn and be enlightened and be expanded by embracing the concept that we are all indeed connected.
And I hear that Woody Allen is cast in a film. Is this true? Do you know?
Lily, you mean?
Lily Tomlin, yes.
As a prostitute.
How did she feel about this?
Apparently she's quite pleased with her performance.
Okay, all right. But obviously you aren't.
I have no idea. I've not seen it. I've never met Mr. Allen either.
Okay.
But I do admire Mr. Allen.
Okay.
He's intellectually superior to Miss Tomlin.
And he lives on the Upper East Side,
yes.
I hear. Okay. Well, yeah, I got a little smile out of you there, Kate. Maybe a little dinner tonight after the show?
Why not?
Okay.